Hi guys, we're Tim and Sandy and our little chi, Pablo. Normally we are travelling Australia in our beloved Sprinter van, but we recently flew to New Zealand for our wedding.
Married!
So far on this trip we have seen beautiful little towns, breathtaking fjords and majestic lakes. And this week we see one of the largest seal colonies, stake out some whales, and we finally find some hot springs.
Oh, by myself!
You are watching the Sandvan.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, we aren't where we told you we were going to be. We told you we were going to be in Nelson last episode, but we've made a little detour. We're now at Kaikoura. I'll explain why soon, but let's go see some seals. Are you excited to see some seals?
Let's go see some seals.
I think we spotted one already. Maybe. See that little black dot? That is a seal. How cool is that? He's sitting behind me. And he doesn't care.
It's about 5 meters away.
Oh, look. There's a little Pablo right here.
See, they're very tolerable of humans. Obviously they know that we're meant to behave in their presence. And this one's right by the pathway and doesn't care as people walk past. Hello! Could you tell us your name and your channel? And no, fast asleep.
That's how Pablo lies at night. So we just came straight out here. We don't know much about this. No, I'm fine. We don't know much about the seal colony, but there is plenty here. Those ones were just the start of it, sitting on their own there. But there's lots of.
I'd say it's about 200 or 300.
Yeah, 200 or 300 of them. It's pretty cool. So there's a viewpoint here, and it looks quite steep. We're going to give it a go. I think it's a really nice view of the ocean and Kaikoura. Is it Kaikoura? Kaikoura.
Kaikoura.
The cliff top of the Kaikoura Peninsula Walkway. So as you come up the very steep walk up the lookout, there is, you can 360 views up here. It's absolutely amazing. You can see all this, where all the seals are, where the walking track was, and I think there's a few different walks up. Actually, I see a farm here. I see cows.
Yeah, there's a walk that goes all the way down to the whaling bay down there.
Oh, right. Nice.
A lovely coastal pathway.
It is nice. So you want to see what's at the top?
We're going to see what's at the top.
For me, it's really weird being on a hike on top of a cliff next to an ocean. But I have seen over in the UK there's hikes like this. But I'm not used to it. I'm used to being in the bush. So weird. You can see how clear the water is too from way up here. What a spectacular view. Wow!
Hey, it's pretty spectacular down there.
Look down here, you can see all the little seals. And over here, there's a track that goes all the way along the edge there and goes up. And I don't know how far that goes.
It keeps going,
Keeps going around different. Oh wow! We don't have time to do one of those walks today because we haven't showered in 2 days. We need to go find a shower. So we're going to head back down. We just saw this. We're here. apparently we walked all the way around to this point, but it looks like you can walk all the way out to all these other ones as well. Wow. So we've just had our showers, and I tell you what, I miss having a shower in the van. This van does have a shower, but when you see our van tour, and we will do a van tour, you'll see that there's no way Tim is fitting in there. I mean, I could possibly do it, but no. So if you're building a van, guys, put a shower in. Even if it's a convertible one, put one in your van, because finding a shower on the road isn't as easy sometimes. And the campsite ones, well, you know, a little bit to be desired.
Yes.
But we are going to get some food now. I'm not sure what we're going to get, but
we're going for a walk down.
We're going to go for a little walk.
Town.
And
not a very big town, but we're going
get out of Worzel, because we've been driving in Worzel for a long time. Good morning. I feel a little bit better today because we're going out. But I want to explain to you why we have skipped all of Nelson. And it's because when we got up there, Nelson's a little bit like London. I did not feel, well, I'll say I didn't feel safe in London. It was just a bit run down, a little bit city-like, and I didn't feel like sleeping in a car park in
wasn't very van-life.
Worzel. Yeah. So we decided to go up to a place near Golden Bay, which is Motueka or something, was it?
Motueka, I think.
I'll go with that. I'll put the name on the screen. But the problem with being there was it was rainy, and we were heading up to Golden Bay to try and do a nice little cruise. They don't run until October, and we're nowhere near October. So we decided to change route, come all the way back to where we are now, which is Kaikoura, and we've booked a whale watching trip today. Woo!
See some whales.
But the only good thing about what we did was we came through the Marlborough area, which is where all the wineries are. That was really cool. We didn't stop because it was like 10 in the morning. But that was really cool to see all the wines I drink and where they came from.
Yeah, actually you see all the brands. That
Yeah, it was really weird.
And she knew a lot of brands. That's what I'm saying.
Come on, ladies. So, whale watching trip today, but we're worried about being sick, so we're going to go get some food, have a travel sickness pill, because it's a little bit, I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit, well, it could be a little bit rough out there, I reckon. So,
much better than yesterday.
We're about to go get some food.
Hello, doggy.
Hello, buddy. You a good boy?
Not interested.
Okay. Sorry, a dog. Squirrel. This is something interesting we found in New Zealand, just in one of the, what do you call these? Not stealth camp, it's a freedom camp over here.
Freedom camp.
This sign here just tells us that we get a $200 fine if you have a toilet underneath a storage compartment. You have to have elbow room and standing room for it to
when
be self-contained. When the bed's made up,
bed.
yeah. And also, you have to have a valid self-contained certificate available on request, not just the sticker. I'm not sure whether we have one of them. We'll have to have a look. We do have the blue sticker on the back saying we're self-contained because we're going to stay here tonight. We'll have to have a look in the glove box. So we've just taken our sea legs, and I don't know if anyone's been on a whale watching cruise before, but it's the only time that I may get sick on any sort of cruise or boat, whereas Tim should probably take this all the time. He's not well.
Oh, I'm not like that.
We've got an hour to wait, and then we're off to see some whales. Let's go!
Kaikoura is one of the few places in the world where sperm whales can be seen all year round and close to the shore. They congregate here because the 2-kilometre deep Kaikoura Canyon runs right up against the coast that holds an incredibly rich marine food chain. They're advising a strong chance of seasickness. Lucky we've protected. Someone is bored.
I was just remarking that we were over there and now we're over here. And that is all.
We have another half an hour to wait.
They tell you to get here 20 minutes early for 12:45, and then you check in, and then they tell you to wait another half an hour for a bus. why are we here? So this is very different to the Australian whale watching that you do, because on the Gold Coast they look for humpback whales, and because they swim quite shallow they can be spotted by planes, whereas we're looking for humpback whales. Did I say humpback whales?
No, we're looking for sperm whales.
Yeah, sorry. So we're looking for sperm whales, and these actually dive down to about 1,000 metres, and what they do is they track them by listening for their echolocation noises, because these whales, I think they hunt squid, because they're toothed whales. And so it's a bit of a waiting game.
They can be down there for 40 minutes, so...
Yeah, so it's going to be a wait.
It's cold up here.
We'll keep you posted. Through the magic of editing, it'll be seconds for you, but years for us.
So far, no whales. One has been sighted. It's not performing for me.
It's not the high-paced adventure I'd expected it to be. I expected this thing to be chasing us through and trying to sink us like Moby Dick. There we go.
And what is now?
And now we won't see him for another 45 minutes.
And there you are. I've never seen a dolphin do that. I've never actually seen a dolphin jump so high.
So many dolphins.
So many, yeah. That's so weird. Oh, they're way up there. Look at him. I got him on here.
The whales may not have been super exciting, but the dolphins did come through at the end of the day and gave us quite a little show.
They're so cool.
Well done, dolphins. They're dusky dolphins, if anyone was inquiring. So we're back on dry land now. That was quite a fun experience. We're going to go get some food now because we're starving. Good morning.
Morning.
You want a coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after dinner last night, we decided to go and find a park up. We couldn't find any beach ones like we said we were going to do, as they're all full. So we decided to go up this big hill and park into another one. Couldn't see around, we did it after dark. And when I went down to read the rules, which is the same sign I showed you earlier though, when I went down to read the rules, I saw this white stuff and I thought maybe they're boats or maybe they're like piles of something, not sure. This morning, woke up, had a look outside, they're gravestones. We slept next to a graveyard. I'm not that creeped out by it, but for those who are, we didn't plan it. Well, I think everyone got a good night's sleep around here, especially the people across the road. So, Kaikoura has been really nice. But anyway, the main reason why we stopped here, not the main reason, but one of the reasons why we stopped here is because it's near some thermal pools. It's a 2-hour drive inland, but I think it's going to be worth it. Let's go. Every time we do like a windy section, all the doors fly open. And especially this one.
It was bulky.
And we got a lot of windy coming up. So we've just arrived at Hanmer Springs, and it's such a beautiful countryside and drive all the way here. You can do lots of things here, like I just read on the way, you can go jet boating, and there's lots of hikes here and kayaking, and the streets here are lined with autumnal trees. But we're going to go to the thermal pools that are here. We've booked in for a private room for thermal pools. I'm not sure what that's going to give us, but Dim's just gone now to see if we can actually stay the night actually in there in the resort. So we tried to get a package earlier, but they said they were full, but we thought, maybe there's a cancellation. So he's just going to check that out now.
First, time to get changed. Now to get in.
So this water is 38 to 41 degrees Celsius, and it's so nice because it's probably about, about 13, 14 degrees outside, I'm not sure. But yeah, for an extra $10, you get 30 minutes in a private room, and it's quite nice. It's got massive big windows, flowing water, and it's nice. So we're now in a geothermal pool, and it's 37 degrees. You're not allowed to put your head underwater. I believe it's not chlorinated, that's why. And there's quite a bit of different pools around here. I think there's chlorinated ones as well. But we'll go and explore. But first, let's eat.
So we spent a couple of hours here. It doesn't actually shut till 7, and this place will probably look really good in the dark, so we're going to come back later on.
So we decided to leave the pools and check into a room tonight because Worzel is a little bit rough and ready for me. We need to get out of it and come into a nice room for some space. And so we did that. We checked in here, had a cup of tea, and now we're going to go back over while it's dark over to thermal pools and have another look there because we've got a little out pass. So back over to the pools.
Oh wow.
How nice is this, being in thermal pools at about 10 degrees on the outside? And we're trying to film as much as we can, but it's really, really hard in here. But we'll do our best.
You got to be careful with people's privacy as well.
Yeah, you really do. Anyway.
Yeah, it's lovely. So this is a little, these Hanmer thermal pools are Hanmer, spelt like hammer, but
Hanmer.
Hanmer. So it sounds like Hanmer. I think this place was established in 1905, the thermal springs, and obviously a thriving tourist spot. Sprung up overnight for it. It's very. I'll find out some more details. I'm glad we found this. It's nice to do after a couple of days on the road.
Yeah, after being in Worzel for many nights, it's so nice to just relax. before.
Bit cooler.
Yeah.
Give you a nice shoulder massage this one.
You look like special.
Look at my ears.
It's lovely. This one actually isn't as hot. It's only 35 degrees. So, you know, if you're trying to get out, they're closing in 20 minutes. So just trying to, like, bring your body temperature down.
Yeah, it's open till 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah. So we're using every little bit we can. So each pool has a different temperature, and I had to be really careful. I went in one earlier that was 41 degrees, the sulphur pools, and I stayed in there a little bit too long, which is only 10 minutes, and I felt really ill. So I can only stay in anything under 41.
Yeah. Also, if you go into the sulphur pools, don't wear anything silver because
Yeah.
we both had silver chains on. And
They're now ruined. We'll have to get them replaced.
or cleaned. I don't know if
You
you'll be able
can't
to
clean them.
Anyway,
Yep,
it turns them a dark brown.
Black,
Not
yeah.
very nice.
Whoops. I'm the only one left in this pool. Maybe I should get out. Tim's gonna get changed. You ready to go? I'm by myself.
Come on, let's get you out. So you finally mastered the uncoordination of van life.
Love it. Ready to go to dinner? Let's go. So we're just out at Hanmer Springs trying to find something to eat. It's just a one-street town, and obviously the main thing here is the hot springs. So there's one street with boutique shops and restaurants and bars. I'm just trying to find somewhere that sells vegetarian that doesn't have any mushrooms in it for me. I'm a bit mushroomed out.
Yeah, there's too many mushrooms on this trip.
Irish pub's always a winner, isn't it?
Guinness is food, isn't it?
Well, that was a very enjoyable evening. A few drinks later. So we're going
Colourful
back.
characters.
So we're going back to the hotel now. I'm excited to sleep in a real bed.
Like a real girl.
And we will see you tomorrow morning. Bye. This is where Worzel was parked last night. It was so nice staying somewhere with a lot of room last night. As you can see, I've got my makeup on. I feel refreshed. I've had 2 showers just to appreciate showering. It's not that we don't like van life, because we do. We absolutely love it. Our van at home is perfect, even if it's in bits. This van here, it's just not doing it for me. It's really dark. It feels really grim and damp in there. So for me, it needs to step up a little bit, but we'll continue on and we'll stay at some nice places along the way, I think. But today we're going to Christchurch. And we're back. First things first, laundry.
Yep. Laundry day.
Yay! Looks like that place is FPOS and all that as well. So that's actually really handy, and it's 24 hours. Not bad.
And next to a pub.
And it's next to a pub. That's not open.
Uneventful.
And nothing. Always working. Sort of.
Washing
Look at our
together.
washing go.
This is love on the road. So now we've got a bit of spare time. Let's go and have a coffee. Yum. Mesmerised by the tumble dryer. Sandy stands there.
Oh, there's not a lot of stuff in there. It's just weird to watch. Anyway. So one more stop before we head to Christchurch. We are going to dump everything that we have because this van stinks at the moment, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It reeks.
It reeks.
Cabbage.
It smells of cabbage. We don't know if it's the toilet, the sink, or I don't know what. But we just need to dump everything we have. I cannot drive any further without. Off to Christchurch! Oh, you're not as excited as me then?
I'm happy it's done now. I think the problem with the smell was it was coming up through the shower because we hadn't used the shower and it had dried out in the shower.
I don't think anyone needs to know that.
It's van life.
I was just doing a quick, let's go to Christchurch.
That's okay, it's fine.
So on that note, I'm going to finish this vlog for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry we ended on a very
fragrant
note, but next week we'll be in Christchurch and that'll be a lot more fun. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and
always leave a comment,
and we'll see you next week. Bye!